Alright, guys, so Pokemon Day happened about 3 fucking months ago. My bad. I'm a little late on making this video, just by a hair. I wanted to get the damage reports for BDSP and Legends Arceus out first, and I had to watch the playthroughs of those games, and I could hardly sit through some of that. So it wound up taking a lot longer than I was hoping, largely because of my own laziness. But anyway, Pokemon Day, we had the Pokemon Direct and the big reveal. The ninth generation is upon us. They announced the new Pokemon games, which are called Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. They showed the logos for the games that are coming out in late 2022, so probably November of this year. They showed some sweeping environmental shots of parts of the region, which apparently is based on Spain. That's what I'm told from what people can deduce from this trailer. I'll take their word for it. I'm gonna be honest, don't know much of shit about Spain. We got a look at the player characters wearing their unisex, designed by committee, unoffensive school uniforms that look different depending on which version of the game you get. These player character designs are terrible. These are some of the worst looking player characters they've ever had. A lot of it's the outfits, which I'm sure you'll be able to change because of trainer customization. But as they are, they don't look good, especially the male player character. He looks like a 4-year-old that is fucking mommy dressed for him. Which I realize, these are supposed to be young kids you're playing as, but come on. I mean, you don't have to look like a colossal faggot. So, I'm not a fan of either of these designs. Their faces as well, like the in-game models look different. I can't quite put my finger on what it is exactly, but their faces are kind of like riding that uncanny valley kind of deal. So, I did not like how any of these player characters looked. Beyond that, the only other big information we got was the starters. They did reveal those, which are named Sprigatito, Fuecoco, and Quaxley. I may not be pronouncing those right. I also don't give a shit if I'm pronouncing them right or not. Sprigatito looks pretty cute. The other two look fucking retarded. I am not a fan of these starter designs in general. Again, the grass cat is fine. Which I'm gonna say this, which I hate to say it, because I see other people say things like this all the time, and it always makes me roll my eyes. Because people say things like, oh, so and so doesn't look like a Pokemon, which is a stupid statement to me because it begs the question, well, what does a Pokemon look like? And there isn't really an answer to that question that can consistently encapsulate all the different designs that we've gotten over the years. Even just the designs from Gen 1 alone. That would be a hard question to answer. So when people say something like, so-and-so doesn't look like a Pokemon, or it looks more like a Digimon, or whatever, those are nonsense statements to me in general. So, I hate to say anything like that, but when these popped up on my screen when I was watching that direct, the first thing that popped into my head was, holy shit, they put up some picture of some Fakemon. Which, part of that might be, I'm pretty sure I've actually seen some Fakemon that are pretty similar to these designs. I can't remember. It might have been the duck. It's either the duck or the crocodile, but I think I've seen a Fakemon that looks kind of close to that as my phone battery begins to die. So, that might just be my personal experience with seeing one that kind of looks similar to these before. But they just feel out of place to me. And again, that might be a stupid statement. but it was the first thought that popped in. It was my gut instinct when I saw them was that they felt out of place and felt wrong. So we didn't really get any other major information about these games beyond that. They haven't mentioned them again in the last 3 months since then. I gotta be honest, people. I don't care. I don't care at all about this generation, which I never thought would get to the point where new Pokemon games are coming out, and I just don't give a fuck at all. Like, I can't even be mad anymore. I'm more mad about the reaction to Legends Arceus than I am about any of this they've showed here. It looks like trash. We know how it's going to turn out. We know it's going to be missing a ton of stuff. We know it's going to be bare bones. We know it's not going to have a complete dex in it. We know it's going to be missing a ton of moves. We know it's going to be missing all the gimmicks, megas, maxing, Z-moves, all that. We know that there's probably going to be a new gimmick that will immediately be forgotten after these games. The Japanese logos already have some little symbol in them that we don't know what it is, so I'm sure that's whatever gimmick they'll introduce for this and then never be in another game. We know how this is going to go, and I just can't bring myself to give a fuck about any of this anymore. You know, with BDSP and with Legends Arceus, I tried to convince myself that maybe there was a chance that these games would actually be tolerable and that I would maybe purchase them and maybe enjoy them, and that's not what happened. I did not buy any of them. I watched playthroughs of them that I could barely sit through, and after that, I have no desire to play any of this. And I can't keep going through this. I can't keep making videos bitching about Pokemon. I'm tired of bitching about Pokemon. I'm sure the 4 fucking people that pay attention to these videos are tired of hearing me bitch about Pokemon. We know how it's gonna go. There's no stopping it. The sales have done nothing but climb since the quality has gone downhill. And there's nothing to be done. There's nothing else to be said, and I just can't take it anymore. So, as of right now, I have no plans to cover these games as far as, like, the build up to release any new Pokemon that are shown, any trailers or whatever. I'm not planning on making any videos talking about them unless something absolutely drastic happens. Like, if they confirm the fucking National Dex is back and we actually got all the Pokemon in, then I'll make a video about it. We already know that's not happening because there's a fucking note on the official site about how you can only bring certain Pokemon from home into these games. So, I'm not going to be covering these games. After they release, I might do a damage report for them like I've done for the last few games. Other than that, I don't have any current plans to talk about these going forward. I just can't do it. This fandom is so full. It's the fans' fault. I'm not going to mince words on it. This fandom is absolutely full of the hungriest shit eaters walking God's green earth. They shovel down anything put in front of them. Sword and Shield has crossed gold and silver now as far as sales figures go. They're up to 20... What is it now? 22, 23 million sales, some absurd number. Those games are the dribbling shits. They do not deserve that kind of sales figures whatsoever. BDSP did, I think the last I looked, it was that 16 point something million. It was slightly higher than what remakes generally get. I have no idea the sales figures on Legends Arceus. I haven't even seen anything. So, as the quality dwindles, the sales increase. Pokemon Company has absolutely no incentive whatsoever to try to make a better product. The fandom does not demand a better product. If anything, they demand a worse product. And that's exactly what they're going to keep getting. And I can't take it. My soul has been broken after the last few years of dealing with Let's Go and Sword and Shield and BDSP and Legends Arceus and now Scarlet and Violet. it's more the same all the time. It's continuing down this downhill slope, and I'm not gonna waste my time anymore just impotently whining about it. So these games are gonna be shit. I have no doubt in my mind they're going to be shit. And frankly, this fandom fucking deserves it. So anyway, that's all I got to say, so let's let you in yours.